So you do
touchdown, you used to be a pilot.
Yes.
Yes, and many of your poems do involve the idea of flight also.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's, and that's something, I'm glad you mentioned that, because that's something else your viewers might be interested in. The flying business only took about 1.5 years out of my life.
That was in England when you were in the war.
Yeah.
As a fighter.
Pilot.
But you actually were the pilot, you weren't the gunner.
Right.
Yes.
1.5 years, and that has taken a hold on me all those years.
Oh, of course.
So when your viewers who are writers, and I assume most of you are writers,
I have a feeling everyone is a secret writer.
What I'm saying is that you should tap in and make these situations work for you. Like there was a psychiatrist who says, I have a patient who is constantly washing his hands. I don't know what to do with him. And the guy says, well, get him a job as a dishwasher. And so you try to make these situations work for you.
Yeah. So you're taking from your pain, your life experiences, everything, and translating it. And for some people, photographs. Now you had another photograph here. Did you want to tell us about this one?
Okay. And what you do, Jimmy,
I'll just find this one now.
What the poet does is work his or her way out.
Yeah.
And that's what it's.
Now this is the 3 people here, right at the top of the page. This one.
That's one, right.
You want to tell us a little bit? And why? First of all, why did you choose this picture? Or this was just in the list?
Well,
it was just in the series, and you decided to go one by one.
That's correct.
Yeah.
I think, in fact, I owe a big debt to Michael Browdy.
Yes.
He taught me early on that if you want to do this,
Yes.
you've got to do it with a discipline that you don't waver from. And so you start with the first and you go to the end. And most of those pictures I don't like, I hate them, but I don't look at the pictures except to use them.
Yes.
So, and even if it's a picture that doesn't turn me on, I use it because it's the discipline is what
counts. And also
counts.
because it is an image of life.
Yes.
And you can work with it. Now, what happened here? When you first saw this, I see there's a man in his underwear.
Okay.
There's a woman laughing, and it looks like an amusement park in the background, and there's a gentleman with a guitar. Now, what did that do to you?
Before I answer your question, I want to just correct something about when I say I didn't like the photographs.
This one you liked?
No. They're all perfect photographs.
Yes.
But there's some that don't spark me right away. And I would like to go to somewhere else that helps me a little bit get started. But the discipline is to do it even if you doesn't mean anything right away, because eventually it will serve its purpose.
All right, okay.
On that photograph, you understand the procedure, I would be sitting out there with the photograph, and then I would start to scribble, and somehow the act of physically moving the pen across the page